Alrighty YouTube, what's going on? It's Mesa back at it with some Destiny 2. So in this video, we're going to go over combinations with the Arc Staff for the ARCSTRIDER. I don't know about you guys, but I was so confused because I just literally popped the super and I just start mashing R1 and L1 over and over, and then the super's gone. But there are some really good combinations you can do, and some of them more effective than the others. So there was a great post on Reddit by Level at Work, I'm going to link it in the description, where he goes through all of the different combinations. And if anyone finds one for the Sentinel, please leave it in the comment section. I'm still confused at what the best combination. I mean, I know the basics of the Sentinel, where you can block, where you can throw your disc, where you can pop your Ward of Dawn, so forth, but let's go over the Arc Staff. Now, on a lot of these, you got to be quick on the triggers, so let's go over the basics. So, R1, that's just your basic slash, right? Standard swipe attack. R2, that's Razor's Edge. So it's going to send a beam forward after you do the slash. So here's my friend Helvetica doing R1, R1, R1 really quickly, and watch what happens at the end. You see you get pushed forward, slight AoE effect, just a light one. But let's look at it in slow motion. So there, right at the end, you see kind of like a blast going forward. So that's going to be if you press R1, R1, R1 really fast, that final blow is going to push a little bit of a blast forward, like a slight AoE effect to it, not like the ground slam. Now the ground slam, that's my favorite. That's what I use the most. And that's when you're mid-air, you just press R2 and you're going to do an aerial ground slam. And you're going to leave a large high damage blast around that impact point. So if there's a bunch of ads, I will jump up in the air and do the ground slam. So check this combo out. So the first one I do an R1, R2, that gives me that uppercut right there. So here I'm going to do an R1, 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 and you see at the end, I do the slices and I do a final push forward with some little AoE damage. But this is the best combo here, R1, R1, R2, and you do an Arc Palm Blast. So let's see that Palm Blast, but first, here we're going to see R1, R1, and R1, and you see at the end, it's kind of like a push forward, swipe down. Now here's that R1, R1, R2, where you see the Palm Blast right at the ends. 1, 2, and then boom, there's like a forward Palm Blast, and then it's got an AoE effect. Now, some of these are difficult to pull off, especially the Arc Palm Blast, and even, well, the Ground Pulse Slam, that's easy, but let's just summarize them so you know them all. I'm going to put them on screen. So R1, basic slash. R2, a Razor's Edge. R1 and then R2, you do an uppercut. That sometimes helps with the mid-air enemies. Now, if you just do straight up R1, 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 you do a Ground Pulse Slam. It's like a finishing move on your R1. But the R1, R1, R2, that's the Arc Palm Blast. So you can finish your combo by placing your hand out and blasting any foes that are ahead of you in a high damage cone of effect. But my favorite is obviously going mid-air and pressing R2 and you do the ground slam. Now also, let's talk about Marksman's Dodge. Okay, so first off, when you're using your ARCSTRIDER, anytime, well, you have unlimited dodging when you're using your ARCSTRIDER. But my favorite dodge is going to be the Marksman's Dodge. That's when every time you dodge, you reload your weapon. And you don't have to be necessarily close to enemies. I thought, well, when you read it, it says you got to be close to enemies. No, if you're just in the vicinity of enemies, shoot off a whole bunch of rounds, get to near zero ammo, do the dodge, you're going to get a full reload. Also, quick pro tip, if you're playing on your ARCSTRIDER, you set up whatever grenades you like. Skip grenades for me, I like, right? You set up your dodge, and then you switch to Gunslinger, and then you come back to ARCSTRIDER, it resets all of your skills and talents. So, got to go back in there every time you switch classes and set it up to which jump, which grenade, and so forth, which dodge you like. So, that's going to do it for the video, guys. I'm loving ARCSTRIDER. I don't know what all the hunters were complaining about before the beta even dropped, that it was underwhelming, but no, I love it. It's powerful, it's fun, and I love the dodge, especially with the reload with Marksman's Dodge. Anyway, that's it, guys. Babble mode's been engaged. You know what that means? Do me a favor. Drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on the Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream. Usually always on YouTube. And that's it. I am out of here like Vladimir.